Police of Bengaluru's East Division shot a duo accused of abducting and murdering a small-time financier and auto rickshaw driver in Indiranagar recently. The police said the accused sustained injuries on their legs after the police opened fire at them in self-defense. Police believe that one of the accused, Kaviraj, has also been allegedly involved in the abduction of former Kolar MLA Vartur Prakash and the Shabnam developer shootout case in Tilaknagar. Banswaraj Bommai on Thursday said he would consult with the party's central leadership about the expansion of the cabinet. He indicated that the appointment of cabinet ministers might take some time. Bommai had announced that he will be going to Delhi on Friday morning to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and BJP National President JP Nadda. Maharashtra Energy Minister Nitin Raut on Thursday said that disaster response cells will be set up at all three state-run power utilities. He made the announcement during a visit to Chiplun town in Ratnagiri district, which was severely affected by flash floods during July 21st to 23rd. All the state-run power utilities, Mahagenco and Mahatransco, will now have disaster response cells to minimize the losses incurred due to natural calamities. In the last some years, such natural calamities have caused severe damage to the power distribution infrastructure, he said. After the police cancelled the program scheduled to be held in its banquet hall citing COVID-19 protocol, a senior Congress leader of Tripura along with several others joined the Trinamool Congress on Thursday on the compound of a star hotel. In presence of senior TMC MP Derek O'Brien, West Bengal ministers Bratya Basu and Malloy Khatak handed over the party flag to Subal Bhaumvik, who is the vice president of the BJP's Tripura unit before joining the Congress. O'Brien asserted that the unprecedented incident reflects the insecurity of Tripura's ruling BJP, while Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb said that everyone needs to follow the COVID protocols. While Bhaumvik claimed that 40 leaders and workers joined the TMC, 7 ex-leaders of the Congress, including former Minister Prakash Das, was present at the function. Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra on Thursday attacked the Yogi Adityanath dispensation in Uttar Pradesh, saying the government, which talked about showering flowers on ambulance workers during the COVID period, is now talking of raining sticks on them after they raised voices for their rights. The Congress General Secretary alleged that the state government sacked 500 ambulance workers, imposing the Essential Services Maintenance Act. In equestrian, India's Fuad Mirza had a brilliant outing on day one of the dressage session in the eventing category at the Tokyo Olympics. Both the rider and the horse were really graceful in performing their predetermined set of moves in the dressage session. Fuad and his equine looked really smooth, especially while transitioning from one move to another. His performance led to an overall penalty score of 28 points and claimed the 6th rank. However, at the end of the session, after the performances of all the riders, Fuad finished in the 7th position of the individual ranking. A government employee arrested in the case of gang rape of 2 minor girls on a beach in Goa has been suspended from service, Chief Minister Pramod Sawant said in the State Assembly on Thursday. 4 men, including the government employee, allegedly posed as policemen and raped the girls after beating up 2 boys who were with the victims on Benolim Beach, around 30 kilometers south to Goa's capital. Under pressure from the opposition over the gang rape of the 2 girls, Sawant is facing flack for remarking in the State Assembly that parents need to introspect on why their children were on the beach late at night. Lebanon's influential parliament speaker Nabi Berri said on Thursday the legislature was ready to lift the immunity of its members to allow for questioning over last year's port blast in the capital Beirut. The massive explosion last August had killed over 200 people, injured thousands, and destroyed large parts of the city. Nearly a year later, however, no top officials have been questioned over the disaster, angering many Lebanese. After a meeting with the Future Movement, Parliament's main Sunni bloc, Berri said the priority of Parliament was and will continue to be complete cooperation with the judiciary. Veteran Sunni politician Saad al-Hariri, who heads the party, had called for lawmakers' immunity to be lifted earlier this week by suspending all constitutional and legal regulations that allow for it. Saudi Arabia's tourism ministry will re-allow entry for tourist visa holders starting on August 1st, reopening its borders for only fully vaccinated tourists. The kingdom announced vaccinated tourists will be allowed to enter without having to be institutionally quarantined upon providing a negative COVID-19 PCR test and a vaccination certificate. Syrian rebels waged a spate of mortar attacks on Syrian army checkpoints in the southern province of Deraa in the biggest flare-up of violence since government forces retook the restive region 3 years ago. The widespread attacks at army outposts near the Damascus-Deraa highway leading to the border crossing of Nasib with Jordan also disrupted passenger and commercial traffic at the main gateway for goods from Lebanon and Syria to the Gulf. Multiple army checkpoints around key towns and villages from the town of Nawa north of the province to Muzarrib near the border with Jordan were also seized. Confirming army leaks, senior military defectors said the army has sent reinforcements from its elite 4th Division run by Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's brother Meher.